Later on, he did make a visit, but she told me Tupac was just gutted by that, like absolutely gutted. Like it took a lot for him. A lot of his songs or several of his songs talk about having a dad who's a no-show, having a dad who didn't show up, a dad who's not there.
Tupac's dad, like his biological dad.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Tupac had to, know, okay, Billy Garland is my father, no?
That's a great question. Okay. You're doing a good job. These are questions I've not been asked before. For real. Okay. Now, Afeni always said he didn't know who his dad was. However, Yasmin Fula, who helped raise Tupac, this is Yaki from the Outlaws' mom, and she was a Black Panther also, went to prison for a while, very, very close and very instrumental in raising Tupac, told me emphatically, she told Tupac who his father was when he was about 6 or 7 and said, your dad lives in New Jersey. Whenever you want to meet him, you can meet him. Also, one time, Afeni was at an event and Billy Garland was there, and she was there with Tupac. And Tupac was too young to know, but she goes, here's your son if you want to meet him. So, okay, there's no relationship between the two. Billy Garland, interestingly, was a basketball star in New Jersey. He was one of the best high school basketball players in the state of New Jersey his senior year of high school. Billy Garland doesn't know Tupac. Tupac gets shot at Quad Studios. Billy Garland goes to the hospital. Now, Jasmine Guy, the actress, wrote an amazing, amazing book that I highly recommend about Afeni Shakur. It was a great, I'm not kidding, it was one of my favorite. There are a lot of good Tupac-related books. I'm not saying I'm the only one. She wrote a great book. And in it, she referred to Billy Garland as the sperm donor. That was her, the sperm donor. Yeah. And, he shows up at the hospital, and just being blunt, it's fucking bullshit. Like, it's like, oh, I didn't know where he was, or blah, blah. Like, you didn't know where he was. He's the biggest hip-hop artist in America. He's not that hard to find. You know what I mean? It's like saying, oh, I don't know where Jets quarterback Justin Fields is today. Well, the schedule's right there. You can look and find Justin Fields. It's not that hard. It wasn't hard to know where Tupac was if you really wanted to see him. He shows up. Tupac is like, he almost feels like he's hallucinating. Now he's heavily drugged, and he basically sees this glow of a man who looks just like him. When I interviewed Seth, she told me that Billy Garland reached out and said he was going to visit Tupac on Father's Day while he was in Clinton Correctional Facility in prison. And Tupac was actually excited for it. And according to Seth, he said to her, I'm kind of nervous. Do you mind being here tomorrow when my dad comes? And Seth said, sure. It's Father's Day. And she goes to the prison. And Tupac is actually excited and nervous that his dad is coming to visit. And according to Seth, he never shows. Now, Billy Garland may say that's not true, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying from his sister. And I know later on he did make a visit, but she told me Tupac was just gutted by that, like absolutely gutted. Like it took a lot for him. A lot of his songs or several of his songs talk about having a dad who's a no-show, having a dad who didn't show up, a dad who's not there. So here's this moment where he's actually going to allow him in and he doesn't show up.
I'm guessing he wasn't open to speaking to you about the book?
No. And I tried hard. I reached out to him. I have his number. I texted him multiple times. He lives in New Jersey. I drove to where he lived, buzzed, couldn't get in, left a note, never got him. I can't arm wrestle people to you try your best. That's all you can do.
It goes back to what we were talking about earlier about how certain platforms pay and then...
Well, I'll say something for you. I'm being serious about this. When I started this book, I was told by people who have platforms that pay artists, pay people, no one's going to talk to you. No one's going to talk to you. Well, why aren't they going to talk to me? Because everyone wants money these days and everyone's paying. We're paying. I didn't pay anyone. I didn't pay one person. I interviewed 652 people. I did not offer $1. Now, I would take someone out for breakfast who are meeting for breakfast. I'm going to pay because you're doing me the honor of meeting. I'll pay for the breakfast. I'll pay for your scrambled eggs and coffee, but I'm not paying you. And I feel like your business, this business, because I'm coming from sports into hip hop, the idea that everyone needs to get paid for information, right? Like I look at you and you're a hip hop diehard. You love hip hop. You live for hip hop. You want to spread the word of hip hop, right? It is your honor to do that. And that people won't sit down with you, people who don't need the money in many cases, unless they get $1,000, $5,000. I understand if you need the money, but there comes a point where like journalism is about people covering hip hop, love hip hop. People covering sports love sports. Mm-hmm. And that there's not a back and forth in your industry, it hurts me as a journalist. I think it sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. It sucks.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Trust me.